on audio. We want to get more listeners and not less.
Yeah, okay. Psst. So this one time,
A band camp?
we're talking about Sasquatches tonight. Your favorite cryptid animal.
The what?
Your favorite cryptid animal.
Cryptid?
Like Bigfoot.
Hidden.
Yeah. Chupacabra.
Josh's brother.
Los Lobos. Los Lobos. There ain't no Lobos.
Josh's bio
That's
dad.
New Mexico State.
Sasquatch.
Los Lobos.
Sorry.
Get it?
So, did they just start? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank
Who
you.
did that? That was disgusting.
Once again, thank you for joining us.
That was after 2 beers. So we're live, right?
Yeah.
We've had a couple. Yeah,
Hello,
we're here.
everybody.
Come
Do we have
on.
anybody on?
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Yes.
All right. Hell yeah, that's what I like hearing.
You guys are doing great. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Hey, it's just like home. We get to watch somebody play on their phone.
Hot, hot, hot.
She's got jokes.
Hot, hot, hot.
All right. Smart asses. Do we actually have anybody watching? Does it even matter right now?
6 people.
Oh, get it.
Sweet.
All right. Well,
on.
5. We lost one. Ponder was one of them. All right. Here we go. Welcome to the After 2 Beers podcast. I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kimmy Gibbler
Well, that's me.
and Mr. Summers, Michael.
What's going on?
Oh, buddy, just literally finishing up the show, literally as we are live on air. So.
As soon as it hit live.
Yeah. It's all right. So if you haven't watched the After 2 Beers podcast before or listened to us, basically we have a couple drinks. And then we just converse about things that you would talk about with your friends, your family, dark community, Mr. Morrison, and
Something that just pops up
hanging
when
out.
you're drunk.
Yeah,
You want to get everybody's opinion on it.
right, exactly. But we're going to try to do it without arguing or losing friends on Facebook. At least you two.
Yeah.
We may lose some.
I might be
no
out.
religion.
I'm out.
No politics. No religion.
Yeah. So coming up on tonight's show, we're going to talk. I want to talk about politics, not necessarily politics, but what matters to people that are in. This is a big year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was
Big.
in the last election there was 150 million votes cast.
Yeah.
So I think.
Cast?
Well, geez, here we go.
Here we go.
But I honestly, I struggled with this today. I was telling the two of you, I had
Yeah.
a lot of time behind the windshield today, and I was trying to understand what my priorities were on who I would select, not just necessarily for president, but here locally as well. And I struggled to come up with what I actually cared about.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about that.
Yep.
Next, Gibbler is going to share us a drink of the week, and we are not sponsored by Fireball, but it may sound like we are in a minute. You got some giblets?
I do have some giblets. Yeah.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah,
That's a
sweet.
good one.
And then
I didn't know if we needed to answer that question.
am I the asshole?
Yes, I
Yeah.
am one. Yeah.
And I got some news stories. A couple were in a car having a good old time in the back seat, and they ended up in a river.
Oh, my.
Well, what kind of river?
Oh, well, yeah. He didn't even know he hit the water. Speaking of that, I also have a story. You're familiar with Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
This is Piss in Boots.
Oh,
It'll make more sense soon.
All right.
Kenny Chesney concert. Good times.
Oh, yeah. There
yes.
you go.
And
Says it all.
a high school gym teacher, well, he got robbed, so he called the police, and he got arrested.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Yes.
They still is Mary Jane.
No, they stole it. What? Yeah, wait till you hear this story.
All right.
All right, we got that coming up, and also, I want to know what happened to the love America had for the George Foreman grill.
Right? That was all over the place.
Yeah, and now nothing. I don't hear shit about. I looked, and you can still buy them.
Yeah. They're
Oh,
out there.
I know
Yeah.
people that use them religiously.
Yeah, everybody has one now, so you don't need to
I don't have
advertise.
one. Yeah, right.
You don't still have one?
No.
I bet you could probably go to Goodwill and get one or any garage sale.
Yeah, we find
Right.
one.
Amazon will have it at my house in 2 days.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about those things and more. We appreciate you if you're jumping on and watching us live. If you're listening to us, we greatly appreciate you as well. We're getting lots more increase in listens in Indianapolis, which is cool. Less in Richmond, ironically. I think our views are going up in Richmond, though.
There you go. Give it to us.
All right. You guys ready to jump into it?
Yeah, what do you want to do first?
All right, I want to talk about the political things before I get all messed up.
Let's start this out first and then have some funny stuff.
And it's not even so much.
Speaking of losing viewership.
I think people are interested in this shit because I tried to snooze a shit ton of people on Facebook about a month ago, and I know this because they're all coming back and they're all posting the same kinds of shit. Yeah. And I look at the stuff that they complain about or what they're posting about, and it goes both sides. This isn't a left or a right thing. This is both sides. And I realize a lot of the stuff that people on Facebook are bitching about is stuff that I don't even worry about.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not going to make my decision on who I pick, right? And so then I was trying to come up with what is my bugaboos. There's no such thing as the perfect candidate, right?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, there shouldn't be. You should not have a candidate that you believe 100% of the things that they do.
Yeah.
Right? That's just blind devotion. That is,
I don't know if that ever
that's
happens.
a demo god. But what are the 2 or 3 things that matter the most to you? Or you?
Like my children's future.
Well, okay, so what? Okay, so that's a
endeavors.
great one.
Yeah.
So, because I was going, that's my mindset as well, right? I'm a late 40s guy, 2 kids.
Yeah.
How do I make this place better off by who I try to elect and put into office? But what is the priority that would make for your children have a better future?
Oh, a good economy.
Okay, so
If there's no jobs, there's nothing to do.
so economy.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree with that one.
Yes.
All right. What's your second one? And so I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
The one that I continue to hear about, which has never impacted me or anyone in my immediate circle, is people talk about border security. Now, I don't disagree with it.
Right.
I mean, I think something has to be done, but it's never impacted my life for me to even make that a priority for me.
Right.
Okay? Do you guys have a thought?
I think something needs to be done like that, like you said, but I mean...
But is it a priority for you?
No.
So what is a priority for you?
Man, offhand, I don't know.
Isn't that
That's
wild?
a tough one. Yeah, what do you think about?
Well, I went and I pulled. These are the top policy priorities for 2024. This is my favorite research center, the Pew Research. All right, here's the top 10 things that people have expressed as their biggest worries for this year's election. Number 1 was the economy. I think we can all agree with that. If you have any kind of credit card debt, I do. I'll be the first to admit it on here. I was a single father for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I've got kids in college, and I've got some debt. And as a result
Where's
of
that free college?
What's that?
Where's that free college?
Yeah, well, shit, I had to pay mine off. Now I'm paying for his, and then about the time he's done, I'll get to pay for hers, right?
Right.
And but regardless of that, the reason I bring it up is because the economy has been inflation has gone up so much. It's caused the interest rates to go up.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up the grocery prices. People always talk about grocery prices.
Oh, it's tripled.
But do you really give 2 shits?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
really?
it depends on where I
Oh
go,
my
especially
gosh.
with my family.
Yeah.
I'm having to hit up a couple different places because it's like, I'm definitely shopping Aldi, but then I may have to go somewhere else because there might be a specific item that I'm looking for.
I feel like if you pay money to get your toenails painted, you shouldn't be bitching about grocery prices. No, I'm not saying you do. I'm saying that in this country, we spend a shit ton of money on shit we don't need.
Oh, yeah.
And we complain because our groceries are $50 more, right? As we're driving to go eat out.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, honestly,
almost
for 2
cheaper
of us,
anymore.
that's what I was going to say. For 2 of us, it's cheaper for us to eat out than it is to buy groceries.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, by the time you,
if you want to eat
so
healthy.
just saying, we had a pitch in for fantasy football draft, spent several $100s on food. easily. I mean,
That's
some of that
easy
might
for
have been
us.
some beer, but
Well, see, that gets back. It's not. Here's the other thing: money in politics. That's never going to change because that would require the politicians to not want to take money.
That's not going to happen.
Healthcare. People are never going to agree on that one. Education, which shocks me. I feel like this should be number one. This goes right into what you guys are talking about. We are like 40th in the world when it comes to all of the different things that from science and math, and we suck ass at it. But we are concerned about money in politics. Social Security, crime, immigration, illegal drugs, and the budget deficit. So apparently you got to find whatever makes you excited in life and then focus on it. But I don't know. That's where I'm struggling.
That's a tough one. That's a struggle right there. What do you pick? And
yeah.
Like, when you look at the candidates, what do you think? I don't.
Yeah.
you know me, I don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, but maybe we should. Not here necessarily, but I mean, I think there's some value in it. I think the thing that's been weird for me is I've been thinking about this a long time. And even regardless of if individuals want to vote for President Trump or if they want to vote for Vice President Harris,
Right.
either one, I think deep down, everybody that I know in my life, for the most part, they love this country. Mm. And so they're voting with their intent of what they think is going to be the best for this country.
Best for everyone.
Right. Yeah. But it has become such a competition amongst people.
And it's the only time where you as a middle class person has the same rights as a billionaire.
Right.
One vote.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, I'm interested in it because I think it's if you look at social media, politics is something that is on the forefront of a lot of people's minds right now.
Yes.
And it's funny to me. I sit back as a privileged, probably white American that's like, I don't even know what's important to me.
Right.
And that's when you know you live a pretty damn good life.
Yep.
And what's wild about that is so many people think the country sucks. And I'm like, fuck, I love this place.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere.
I don't want to go anywhere else.
Right? It's like,
you go try this shit elsewhere and see what happens.
right?
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, everywhere.
Not even Canada?
No, well, they're pretty good too. It's cold up there.
I'm not allowed up there.
Oh, that might be another story to have to hear.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, that's our deep dive into normal shit. Yeah, that went over like a turd in a punch bowl. You guys just didn't want to talk about it.
I don't. I already told you I didn't want to.
That's important. All right, let's before we get moving forward, I can cut. We'll leave it in. Maybe the guy in Germany will be like, "Oh, listen to these Americans. They have so much shit they don't even know what they want."
Right.
People in every other, they're like, "Oh, we'd like free, clean water." A road that isn't made out of dirt.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, please give some assistance on education.
Yeah, the biggest complaints here is a fucking bike path.
Oh,
you live in a city that doesn't have a lot of problems when a bike path is the top of mind.
Issue.
Yes,
when you're voting.
Oh man, bike paths. All right, here you go. That's when you know you live in a pretty decent area.
It's happening.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Before we get going, I want to make sure we thank again our Patreon sponsors. After that part, are we down to one viewer now? Kevin's shaking his head.
They all fell asleep in there too. So
one viewer, 0 viewer. I can't hear a word he's saying.
No. Oh,
8?
We're at 8. Oh, we got one.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys stuck by us because here comes the real show. All right. Thanks again to the Patreon sponsors. Visit our webpage, after2beers.com. It's the number 2. Give us a follow on social media. And if you want to listen to the audio versions or go back and listen to any of the audio versions that we've done for about the last 5 years. They're there. So it's you can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify and all those fun places. All right.
Yep.
Let's jump into the drink of the week, Gibbler.
All right.
Last week you brought us it was supposed to taste like a Tootsie Roll.
Taste like
Liquid
a Tootsie
Tootsie
Roll,
Roll?
and I failed miserably.
No,
You didn't fail. No, it was good.
This one here, I like where you went this week. You went with a shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that you don't have to mix anything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Next
so
time I'll do something fancier.
what
It's
do you
new,
know?
seasonal.
This one is just it was new. In fact, there was only one place in town that has it so far, I think.
Nice.
What's the place?
That is the Bottle Shop down on the 9th Street.
All right.
Love it.
So Fireball
on the 9th
has
Street.
on the I know, right?
At what age do you add the word "the" to shit?
At the same age that you add an S to the end of stuff, like Myers, Walmart's,
All right.
Walmart's.
JCPenney's.
So what we got here? We got Fireball.
So Fireball has amped it up with Blazing Apple.
Blazing Apple.
Blazing
get
Apple. So
You guys like Fireball?
Yeah, I love
I love
spicy
Fireball.
water.
It doesn't love me always.
I'm not a fan of.
I know you don't
cinnamon.
love very much.
No, I'll drink it.
And I didn't realize it until you had said it, and you're like,
About what?
the aftertaste does have a little bit of like. I
Yeah,
mean,
all
it is.
right.
It's a fall. It's a fall
scent.
taste.
It tastes like
but it
tastes
it
like
tastes like the smell of fall.
it tastes like somebody melted a
A
We'll
candle.
go ahead and drink it.
Here
and
we
then
go.
I'll be like, oh,
Cheers.
there's a new
Cheers.
taste.
Clink them and drink them.
Yes, it confirms. It actually tastes like if you had a fall potpourri and you decided to make tea out of it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like
I think you had it
pour
right the
out.
first time. It's like
Some
tasting.
apple cider.
It's what Warm Glow would taste like.
Oh my god, it
Apple
tastes
cider
like
with
a
cinnamon
harvest
sticks in it.
candle that when it melts, you just pour it in your mouth. It's
It's got a better consistency.
oh my god, it tastes like
Oh, it's better the second time around.
no, no. I'm waiting for the vodka to kick in to make it better. And it's hey, but so what we're
yeah,
saying
make up
here.
your drink. Discuss
it.
your
It's
drink
not
there.
bad.
Yeah, my drink is just vodka and a Dairy Queen blue raspberry slushy. It's not fancy.
Hey,
Drink of the summer.
drink of the summer, and I've got the drink of the fall.
I just wanted a slushy for some reason, but
You
it's
can't
after
go
2
wrong.
beers. So I got to
You
follow
gotta
the
mix
rules.
it with something.
All
Right.
right. Are you guys ready to jump in the show?
Let's do it.
All right. So we had things to talk about. One of the things that I wanted to discuss, I don't even know why this popped into my head today, but I'm driving down the road and I thought, why don't people use George Foreman grills anymore?
Because we have these expensive smokers in our garage.
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't love the Foreman? It was so versatile.
That was a
You could
college
cook
thing.
so many things on
It's a
it.
broke college thing. Throw a burger, a dog.
Why
chicken
does it have to
breast.
be? I'm fucking broke adult. It's not just a broke college. Everybody's big into air fryers now.
I don't think that it
I
has
think that's
much
the new
to.
foreman.
Yeah, I don't think it has necessarily thing to do with being a broke college kid, but I think it's more like you're only cooking for one or two. Just
but that's what
toss
you
it on the
just said.
foreman. Whereas, like, if you don't want to fire up the grill, wait for it to warm up and all of that, but
Well, how many are you
And you can do
normally
it
cooking
inside.
for?
we always end up way over cooking.
Right? That's why your grocery
We
bill is so high. Josh says air fryers, Ninja stuff. We have one of those
air
Instapots.
fryers. Yeah.
Here's my thing, right? Like in the 70s, it was cheese fondue.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody had the... and I-
News everywhere.
I keep thinking of the Will Ferrell movie, Semi-Pro,
Oh,
where they had the cheese fondue. Anyway, it's the problem is I don't have a lot of counter space, and the Foreman is tiny, and you can stuff it away.
you can put it in the cabinet, bring it back out.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's it. Put it in the cabinet and people forgot about it.
I think if you have an apartment or you don't have availability
like you
for a
said.
grill, I think it would be very handy.
Yeah.
I think I would still be handy.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a listen
bring it
from
back.
I will
Let's bring it
tell
back.
you that I've probably used my Foreman when I had one, probably more on making like grilled sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know all kinds
Like
of
a
shit with
ham
them.
and cheese melt.
Press
and
it
put
down.
That,
Oh, yeah.
that way you've got like the little lines in it like a grill.
Yep.
Dry
Oh,
your
yeah.
socks.
Ew.
Something.
I didn't say anything about Swiss
Versus,
cheese
you
on
can
my
make grilled
ham.
cheese with them.
It's the best.
Yeah.
We have a grilled
is pretty
cheese
solid.
maker.
You have a grilled cheese maker.
Yeah,
So what
that's
is
on our
it?
counter.
How does it differ?
You
Does
put
it not have the lines?
No,
the grill
you
marks?
It's like almost like a toaster, and you make your sandwich. You put it in there, slide it down. It's made by Kraft. Put your sandwich in there. It toasts it on both sides.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
And
just
it
like
keeps
a
the cheese
single
in?
hole.
Like, do you have to
it's
turn
two.
it on
you
the
can make two
side?
sandwich. No, it's just goes down like a toaster, and when it's
so
done,
it's just
they
like
pop
an
up.
extra wide toaster.
Yeah.
So like a bagel
How does
toaster.
your
Toaster.
cheese not
Handles?
melt out the bottom?
It's got a little wire rack it sets in, so you pull them out.
Okay.
America.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Amber.
America.
Amber wants
The
to
boys
talk about
love it. The boys love it.
It's not like an extra wide toaster, actually. It has like a basket thing that holds it in, and then
Yeah.
you drop it down in the toaster, and then it toasts it on both sides. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty coul because we had a kid who liked grilled cheese, and I wasn't making all of them.
Well, we have that one, and we have a hot dog maker.
A hot dog maker.
You can put the bun in there and it toasts the bun and the hot dogs go down and it toasts the hot dogs and it pops up. We got tired of making hot dogs all the damn time. Make them your damn self.
It's just so American. I love it.
Right? If there's a need for it, somebody will make it.
How much stuff is on your counters?
The sandwich maker, the Instapot, the blender, Ninja blender, the air fryer.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So do
you have a regular toaster too?
Oh yeah, we have a regular toaster. Yeah.
Like, I'm just putting my bread in
like a short
grilled
order
cheese
cook.
maker.
Oh, it is with 5 kids.
I also think it's funny that when I brought up politics and shit, it was important. No one said nothing, and I bring up different ways to cook shit, and like people are jumping up in the room, and
that's stuff I'm comfortable talking about.
Ponder's all pizzadillas and quesadillas.
Oh yeah,
he's all fired up. The big thing now, I can't believe we're talking about this, but this is after 2 beers. Everybody seems to be jumping on the flat iron,
that Blackstone,
the Blackstone grill things. I think that's what
breakfast is really good on them.
I've never had one. I've never had anything off of them.
You could do like I don't. Well, I take that back. My brother-in-law cooks everything on it now.
Really?
Yeah. Next to the grill, he's cooking hamburgers on that thing, smash burger style. Everybody's into the smash burgers now. Yeah. That's a fad. Remember when everybody liked sliders?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say essentially, I would make my smash burgers kind of like a White Castle slider, where you put the onions and then
smash
do a smaller piece of.
You soak the bun in the mop bucket first. Oh yeah. Like they do. Why is their bun always so soggy?
Yeah, it's steam. It's that steam.
That ain't steam. That is straight dip. That is dip.
Onion juice.
It's onion juice.
Oh, what kind of onions are they using that have that much juice?
You know what?
But they're
on the grill.
Oh.
I've never worked at a White Castle, but I'm just assuming.
Just ladle it on there.
Just ladle it on. There you go. All right. Well, that's enough about Foreman grills. Let's jump into some shit that may be of value to people, like giblets.
Like giblets? All right. Okay. I sound like Matthew McConaughey there, didn't I? Let's find my little facts here.
Hey, while you're looking those up, I do have something I want to talk about.
Uh-oh.
And I'm really interested in this one. Maybe this will go over better in the politics thing. I'm riding the other day with AJ, and her mom's in the car, and then out of nowhere, her mother's in low 80s, right? She just starts talking about death and more about what happens after death.
Okay.
Whether you get buried or you get cremated.
Okay.
Have you guys... Do you discuss this with your significant others? Have you told Josh what you want?
Yeah.
What do you want?
He probably doesn't remember. Yeah. I totally want cremated.
Cremated?
Oh, yeah, cremated.
Cremated?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I heard somebody one time they wanted to be buried in a mausoleum because they're like, what happens if they actually figure shit out?
I'm still dead.
No. Well, I think they're talking about if you can get a hold of genetics or DNA code or whatnot. But
I got enough DNA out there.
No.
I'm curious about this.
I would suck as a zombie as much as I've sucked as a human.
Now, let me ask though, in your situation, you're not by government standards officially married.
Correct.
So who actually has your last rites?
I don't know.
That's weird. You could be on a machine. And who gets to make the choice?
I don't know.
You should actually probably look into that.
My parents are both passed. I have my stepdad. I've got my siblings.
Maybe your siblings?
I don't have anything written out on who has the say.
Are we at that age where we should be doing this?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
I think that we are definitely at that age. Anything could happen. I mean,
no, I'm at the age where if anything suspicious happens, it's my wife.
It's the wife. Yeah, they're going to look at you and they're like, oh, look how he's built. It's probably natural.
Exactly. That's the problem. No, this guy, he did what? No, he wasn't hiking. Don't.
So you just want to be... I'm curious now, because I think a lot of burial is religious based.
Yeah.
Right?
And honestly, you can go ahead and bury my ashes if you want. You can do whatever you want with my ashes.
Put them up in the closet. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody to have to hold on to them because then they're just going to be like...
Collecting dust?
What do you do with them? Do you put them on the mantle? Like, hey, that's That's the X up there, chilling on the mantle.
Anybody in there? I'm just curious. What's the average cost for a funeral in the United States now versus cremation?
Cremation was what?
Between 11 and 13.
$1,000 to be buried. $13,000 to be buried.
Well, I think that probably includes your service and
what does
and
cremation?
I don't want
About 5.
35.
3,500.
Right.
That's significantly different.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
a
I
good
don't
party that you
necessarily-
could afford to pay for.
No, and that's the thing.
Someone
is that
else
I
is
don't
getting
really,
the tab, though, so why worry?
No, it's still coming out of your shit. That's true. That's true.
Why
But
worry?
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of being greedy. Like, why do you need a funeral, and buried in the ground?
And I don't need a service, and especially like the open casket services. I hate that.
Yeah,
I
but-
hate it because people are like, "Oh, well, she looks so nice." No, she
Look better
doesn't.
alive.
Yeah. I think I've learned as I've gotten older, the service isn't about you. The service is
It's
about
about
the
Closure
other-
for all the others.
Absolutely. And it's taken me this long because, like, that's my one thing. I struggle. The number of funerals I've been to in my life, I can count probably on one hand, maybe two. And I'm 46. I've known a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I just do not do well in that situation at all, right?
Same.
And but I realize now that it's about closure for those individuals. And I love that people are doing like celebrations of life now.
Yeah.
That's
That seems like a way cooler deal. Like I want to give away like PS5s and shit and have
I
fireworks.
just want to have like a cake. And everybody have to bring a
Now
six
you're
in.
up in that cost again.
Well, but hey, people are gonna walk out with door prices.
still-
They'll be all right. It's
It's
coming
still
out of my
half the
shit.
price.
You
Make
should
it
be
door
able.
price. Come
You
on.
should be able to schedule your funeral before you pass, and invite only.
Yeah.
And it's a celebration.
Yeah, but then it sounds like one of those things like when you're on a road trip and you're trying to beat the GPS date.
Well,
Like
I
you
mean,
schedule it and you're like, oh, I want to beat that date.
That day now.
if it's expected, if you're terminally ill, schedule it. Invite your
Yeah.
people.
See, that's the kind of shit I'd love to get into on After 2 Beers. We don't get enough audience feedback.
I'm
'Cause
going to have a 50-50 raffle at mine.
I'm telling you.
That way, help
shit.
pay for it, and then somebody gets to walk away with some money.
I joked to you one time. I said that I want to be cremated. I do want to be cremated. So here it's on video, and I want my ashes to be put in one
Folgers
cupcake.
can? Oh.
One cupcake, and I want there to be like a big old thing of cupcakes, right? And then on the bottom, there's like a picture of me, like doing this, right? And you get prizes, like, oh man,
I got the Dutch cake.
The Dutch cake.
You know, like in at Fat Tuesday, they put the little baby
Little
in.
baby cakes.
Yeah, it's
teen
just
cakes.
a picture of me gone.
Oh
One last
my
surprise
gosh.
for somebody. $13,000 to be put in a box that you won't even. I've seen people that want their funeral home, their casket to have a radio in it.
It costs extra for every chair you have set up at your funeral.
Yeah, well then don't, everybody better
Like, it's
stand. Bring your
insane.
own chair.
Yeah,
It's like a bonfire.
Bring your cooler.
Yeah. BYOB, baby.
All right. Well, hey, might as well enjoy yourself.
what I
Ponder
say.
says, "What about a do not come to my funeral service list?" Now, here's the fucked up part, and I'm not trying to get political, but that has actually happened with President Trump. There were people that have passed that said we do not want him coming to our service. Now, John McCain.
Yeah.
There's multiple people. Not that I'm out here. Now we just lost.
he's the Jettis.
Our viewers went from 8 to 2 right there. But no, that's when you know you're fucking hated. It's like even when I'm dead,
Yeah, you know,
I still
that
don't
guy-
want you showing up.
That guy's definitely not there.
Oh man. But honest, like it's such an interesting topic for me.
Right?
Because how many people would give everything they have right now to see who actually showed up,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or who didn't,
Who didn't?
right? Didn't have the time.
Hey, let's go back to his idea about like the scheduled one, and then like have your phone text people, like you know how you can program it and
Yeah.
be like, "Shoo, it's hot down here."
Send out that email that's not scheduled to go out.
Right.
Yeah.
Pre-schedule a text message that goes out and goes, "Hey, help! Let me out of here."
Just start calling out names. Going, I told you I'd see you down here, you son of a bitch.
Bitch, I better not see you talking to my man.
I actually, all right, this is the last one. Do we still have anybody watching this kind of?
We are.
All right, good. We are, that's great.
We are.
All right. Here's a question, and I'm legit about this. I'm not a religious guy. I wasn't brought up in the faith, okay? I'm throwing that out there. I want to say I'm agnostic because I realize that there's probably something going on that's way above me. I'm just not smart enough to understand it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So here's my question, and I asked this to a deacon and his wife that are very involved in the church, and this is a legit question. I'll ask you. All right.
Okay.
You're married.
Uh-huh.
You've been married for 10 years.
Okay.
To the love of your life.
Yes.
Great fucking guy. He passes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe cancer, whatever. Young. Let's say he's 32. 37 years old, you meet another great guy. He's gone. Okay?
Okay.
You two get married. You live for another 40 years with this guy.
Right.
You pass.
Where do you get buried?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you go to heaven.
Uh-huh.
Okay? First dude's up there like, hey, been waiting on you. Good to see you. Been missing you. And you're like, oh, I got a story to tell you.
That.
And
About
then
that.
old dude, because it happens a lot, he passes like a few months later. Mm-hmm. What the fuck happened? Now, so my question is there one big heaven?
Awkward turtle.
I'm serious. I'm not even trying to throw shade at religion on this one. I am legit questioning this. So when that happens, that guy, the second guy, let's say that was his first marriage, his only marriage.
Uh-huh.
And he's been married to you his whole life. He comes up there. Are you?
Sees you boot up with your head.
Are you though?
I don't know.
That's the shit I'm really interested about. And so here's another thing, right? Let's say you're on Earth and there's like a group of people that just drive you fucking crazy, but you're nice to them because you're just a nice person, right?
Yeah, people.
But they fucking love you. So in their heaven, you're in it, and you're there for eternity. Are they in your heaven too? Like, oh, I got to see this dude for the rest of ever.
He moved next door.
How big is this place?
And
I
that's
gotta
the
go.
other thing. Like, do you live like on a land, like with your family? Or do you like still have neighborhoods and you have like neighbors you don't enjoy even though you're in heaven?
Can you imagine how many of your pets are going to be?
Oh my God, there's going to be dog shit everywhere. Maybe they don't shit. And
They don't
Do I still have to mow the lawn?
Yeah, right. No.
I don't know. There's so many questions that I
You gotta
want.
do that.
But I'm serious on the first one. You know, like I'm not trying to mock religion or be sacrilegious here by any stretch. If what you believe is you believe, and I'm all for it, okay? I'm simply saying for those that believe in heaven, I want to know, is there one singular heaven where we all go to, or does each individual have their own? And
I think each individual has their own, and then snapshots of every relationship.
well,
Takes part.
well,
Like
you're
here for a
having,
decade, then I'm with them for a
yeah.
decade.
I mean,
You just
like,
share. It's communal.
that's the kind of shit I would want to ask somebody that if I was in a relationship with somebody that was a widower. Is that
Yeah.
widow? Yeah. A widow.
Widow.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being in a relationship with me with a widower. Nothing wrong with that.
Go on with your story.
Yeah. But that should be a first question. It's like, I want to know what's up. Is it me or him when I get up there? Right? Like,
That's it. I'm out of here.
should I be looking for an eternal partner elsewhere? Or like, what's it? I'm like, we're not Mormon.
The answer we were looking for was Mormon.
Mormon, yes, yes. No, this is the shit that interests me. This is the shit I think about all day when I'm driving by myself. Yeah, there you go. And
Not
that's,
a- not a
that's
window
after
time.
2 Diet Cokes. That's not even after 2 beers.
That's
That's
not
just,
even after 2 beers. Jeez.
I think it's just we're all scared that when the day comes, that's it.
I think it's the unknown that scares people the most.
Hell yeah, that's why they came up with religion. That and to keep people in line. Did I just say that out loud? Anyway, welcome to After 2
Anywho's,
Beers.
we're after 2 beers.
Yeah, we're down to 1 for sure. Josh Hunter says, bet there's a custody schedule every other 2 days when you're with one or the other. Oh, man. I'm serious. Thank you, first of all, Josh, for commenting. And I shit you not, this is the stuff I think about. Like, it's wild to me because, like, I just, there's no answers. No one's ever been there and, like, wrote a
Come back and been like, hey, guess what?
Yelp
This is how
review on
shit
heaven.
really goes down.
I was at a customer today, and he had a heart attack and was out. And they brought him back. And then on the way to the hospital, he died 3 more times.
Oh, wow.
And he's fine now. He's got a pacemaker and life's golden, right? And I asked him, I go, what was it like on the other side? Because he's like, I didn't see anything. I was like, well, shouldn't you seen a light or an escalator? Everybody always thinks it's an escalator.
An escalator.
I want it to be a high speed elevator. I want to get up there as fast as possible. So he was up there waiting
before they figure out what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, this guy.
I was going to say the escalator might be safer and be like,
Right.
oh, man.
I needed an upgrade. I saw a comedian one time who said, if a lot of you think you're getting to heaven, you better hope they're grading on a curve. All right. Well, we've run long enough about heaven.
All right.
I appreciate you, Josh. You're the only one that commented. Everybody else our followers just cut in half.
All right. I guess I'll do my giblet.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let's do those.
Yeah.
What do you got tonight?
Hey, it's that apple fireball. Got me
Man,
going.
just get you talking.
Right?
Yeah.
So, it's been extremely hot in the area in Midwest this week. And have you guys heard about why it's so humid?
I think it's summer.
El Nino.
Corn sweat.
The Nino.
I am the Nino.
It's the corn sweat.
The corn
is what
sweat?
I've seen it on all of the news stuff.
Heard this.
So, corn sweat is evapotranspiration. Corn crops release water vapor from their leaves to cool down. 1 acre of corn can add 3,000 to 4,000 gallons of water to the air, which increases your humidity.
Knew it.
And because the Midwest, let's be real, we're a bunch of freaking corn. So, yeah that's why it's been extra humid.
Half corn, half beans.
Right.
That's why I'm a big fan of wind turbines. Mm-hmm. Because it should cool us down.
Right?
Right.
We got extra breeze.
Is that how that works? Those things are not going to
It'll
cool
blow
anything
that
down.
corn sweat away.
I don't think that's how that
You don't
works.
think that's how it works?
No, unfortunately.
I don't think how them big fans work like that.
So, yeah.
I wonder who's got the remote for it.
I wonder why people hate on them so much.
If you have
Eyesight.
12 million
that?
acres in Illinois, 48 billion gallons daily, 72,727 Olympic pools a day into the air in Illinois alone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a lot of sweat.
That's a lot of sweat.
Oh, I had a guy, a friend of mine in high
Sweat
school,
run
sweat
down
all
my
the time.
cob.
No, he'd break into sweat at lunchtime. He'd be like, "Oh man, this sandwich is hot."
I sweat eating too, so it don't matter.
This meal's almost over.
It's good.
Instead of the meat sweats, the corn sweats. So,
Corn sweat.
Gosh.
all right. Here's one weird but true fact. There is a bacon gene, which makes some people able to tell the difference between pork from female and male pigs, and it makes them hate the smell of the latter.
What?
They hate the male one.
So, like, if they like the taste and smell of the male bacon, if somebody cooks female bacon, I guess they don't like it.
Wow, that's a recessive jinx. I do not.
Yeah, I like all bacon.
I like it all. I don't care.
Hey,
Except for that turkey bacon.
when it comes to
crap,
my
you can
bacon,
keep that.
yeah, LBGTQ right here.
Right
on
there,
that
baby. We take it all.
one. I'm a loving everybody.
Do not care. Just don't give me none of that turkey crap.
We'll sit at the Coney and just order a basket of bacon.
Basket of
Right?
bacon.
Bacon. Just give us a basket over here.
Yeah. Here's one. Do you guys remember the little books Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So R.L. Stein, the writer,
Yep.
he was the one that wrote the jokes for Bazooka Joe gum wrappers before writing Goosebumps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stepping his game up.
Stepped his game up from writing small jokes on the wrappers to writing whole books. Here's a funny one. You guys have played Cards Against Humanity.
Yes.
Have you ever read the rules?
I didn't know there was rules.
There's rules. So according to the official Cards Against Humanity rules, the player who pooped last goes first as the judge.
How do you prove that?
You probably don't,
Honor system. Poop class.
unless
Right.
you had just done it at the person's house.
That or you got to take video, like a image of
Snap.
it. You're like, what time was yours?
Yeah, send snaps out. We're playing this later, right? I'm sending you a snap of my poop.
Right before you start. Oh. Looks like I'm first.
I'll start using that rule for every game I play.
Right?
Monopoly, Yahtzee.
Who took a shit last?
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of poop,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Poop giblet.
so things that you don't realize that have gone away, but you're like, huh.
poop.
I don't think I have. So you guys have animals. You've got doggies.
Yeah. They
When was
still
last,
poop.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw a white dog turd?
No, I don't. I can't say that.
Right. It's been years. Do you know why? So starting in the 90s, dog food companies cut back on the bone meal and added more fiber and actual nutrients to dog food, which makes it better for your dog.
Okay.
And then it's fewer white leftovers because it's like essentially like it's kind of like, okay, so
Dries
you're
out.
over calcium.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you take a vitamin, like a multivitamin, and you pee yellow, it's because that's all of the nutrients you
yep.
didn't need to absorb.
This is the stuff that people talk about when they get drunk at bars.
It is.
You know why they don't have white dog poop anymore?
When was the last time you saw white turd?
Honestly, there was a benefit to the white turd. The whiter it was, the easier it was to pick up because the
Right.
smell was dissipated.
It was gone.
Right. And it would
Yeah.
just like dissipate into like white chalk.
Did I just use dissipate on
Yes.
After Two Beers podcast?
Yes, we
did.
did.
Man,
Yeah, we definitely use
lost
that.
them.
dissipated.
Yep, precipitating.
I still don't even think it's the right word.
It is, and I'm sure of it.
Oh
why it's
man, we
After
haven't
Two
done this
Beers.
in a while.
Right?
We used to record these and we'd get so messed up. We'd have I ain't even launching it.
We're
I
not
ain't
even putting this
releasing
one
it.
out.
All right, last fun fact. So if you think that you suck at golf, you're a majority. So almost 80% of Yep, there we go. Almost 80% of golfers will never have a handicap under 18.
So what is that? 90.
Yeah.
Shooting a 90.
What are you talking about? I play eights are good, buddy.
Gibbler asked me to fill in for Josh a couple times this year, and the last time we were playing, this is how you know you're not that great at golf. It's like, what do we get on that? And you start the drive went there, and then the second shot went here, and then the third shot, 5. That's a 5.
Yep.
When you got to start adding shit up.
Yeah.
When you got to turn around and look, okay, I hit it there. I hit it there.
Remember the tree? Oh, the tree. We did the tree.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Dave
that was
Meyer,
your
no.
shot, my shot, your shot.
Dave says purple Gatorade turns mine. That's your shit?
It turns poo green.
There's poo green.
Really?
We need to get blood about that. Why it
No
turns to poo
kidding.
green.
I'm gonna have to Google this now.
According to Dave Meyer, if you takes a shit after drinking purple,
Purple Gatorade.
turns mine green.
Does purple Gatorade?
And then the next one would be, and it tastes different.
Oh,
It's not minty either.
the first thing I said is purple Gatorade, and it came up. Yes, purple and other blue and black dyes can cause green poop because digestive processes can change the nature of dyes.
There you go.
Other foods and drinks
I'm
that can
colorblind.
cause green poo include blueberries, grapes, red wine, grape Kool-Aid and soda, frozen ice pops, cake icing, blue ices, packaged fruit snacks, licorice, and grape-flavored Pedialyte.
Well, there you go.
Green
So-
poo.
Yeah.
Dave, take a picture of that and post it on our webpage
No,
next time.
please don't.
I want to see
Nope,
proof
nope.
of this green poo.
Yeah,
The ecto pooper.
Hey, and then he can be the
Drop in the
judge at
comments.
Cards of Humanity.
Right? All right. Let's do the Am I the Asshole?
All
All
right.
right, I like this one. It's something I've done. I think Amber's done it. She's thrown a popsicle away from me just so I couldn't have it one time. But
Do you get handicap parking if your handicap
Is over the 18? I don't think that's how it works. I don't think they have enough spots.
You know, can I speak to that before you
Yes.
get to the Am I the Asshole? I was at a Walmart today in southern Indiana.
Anybody want to?
I'm good. I've been drinking this stuff. Anyway, and DB, I was watching these people drive around in the Walmart in those motorized carts, and I'm like, that's when you know you've given up. That's when life is over.
Life
You're
is
like,
over.
I look at some of these people, and I'm like, you don't even have like a broken knee or like.
I made a terrible joke.
done.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish yours.
No, I was just saying. Oh, Ponder wants one.
Ponder does.
Yeah, Ponder wants one. Come on in here, buddy. We've said if you want to come down and watch us live, hang out with us, you can enjoy
Come on
the
down.
drink of the week. You want a shot of the blue?
Or if you want to suggest a drink of the week. then
Yes,
Blue
absolutely.
We should try.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor the drink of the week,
Right?
I had a lady almost run me over in the fucking cart today. She had to apologize.
No.
What?
like, how fast was that thing going?
She came out of like the paying area,
Yeah.
and I was walking towards the bathroom. You're golden, buddy. And she whipped it around. She's like doing X Games shit right there. And she about
Pop the
hits
wheelie.
me. She's like, oh, my bad. I'm looking at her. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You can't get out and walk and buy it. Your scratchers.
Your scratchers.
Oh, man. Did he fart when he was in here?
I don't think so.
God, it smells like ass in here now.
I belched.
Oh, my God. I don't care what you guys do at home. Don't bring it here.
Don't do that here. Don't bring that shit here.
Sorry.
She's like, this drink tastes like a dirty penny.
Oh, I love this shit.
All right, let's do the Am I
You
the
ready
Asshole?
for Am I the Asshole?
I don't know why
Let's
we're
do
not
it.
more popular.
I mean, we are to us.
Classic. That's right.
There was like 15 people watching.
All right.
Are there?
Yeah, until I
Thanks,
brought up
guys.
religion.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so me and my boyfriend have been together for years and live together. We don't have kids. We're very happy, good communication. There is one issue that drives me nuts.
Oh, no.
We use a joint account to buy food for us, usually shopping together a few times a month, and then one of us picking up things here and there. I cook dinner almost every night, and we don't eat a ton of junk, but occasionally I'll buy things we love for the weekend or just to indulge here and there, so when they get high. Issue is that I go to bed on the early side, and he stays up late
He gets
and
the
goes
munchies.
full ham on any junk food we have around on any given night of the week. I'm talking the entire family-sized bag of chips and the entire container of queso.
Oh, wow.
He is hot.
Gone in
That is
one
hot.
gone in one setting. I was saving for a Friday margaritas. I went to make us root beer floats and a quart of ice cream and 2 liters of soda. Gone.
Oh, wow.
This is after 2 days. We're already gone. He doesn't ever replace anything. He just gives me a sheepish smile when I ask where the rest of something is, knowing he ate it all. Mm-hmm. So last night, after cleaning up the kitchen after dinner, I put all the candy, chips, anything shelf stable in a different place where he wouldn't find them.
He found it, didn't he?
No, it's a typical guy thing. He didn't look hard enough, probably.
Well,
Right?
he stumbled. He's like, oh, celery's good.
He went ballistic after I went to bed and all that, and all the good food was gone, even though I had just cooked a nice dinner. I told him, welcome to my world. As this is constantly happening when I go and have nothing that's been purchased. He said I was treating him like a child, and I said he was acting like one.
Oh, that'll solve the problem.
I don't care that he indulges, but literally finish off every bite of something that's been bought for us to enjoy is getting really old. It's not a weight or a money thing. It's just I want him to leave maybe one portion of something, or maybe we can enjoy it together. So until he can show me some willpower, I told him I won't be keeping any junk food around for him to gorge unless something he has purchased himself. Part of-
junk food.
Part of me thinks this is funny, which is why I think I might be the asshole. But I think he needs to figure out how to share, figure out how to consume not consume the entire lot of food. What do you think?
I think we've all had this situation where it was like,
Right?
what the hell? I left that shit in the fridge.
Well,
Why'd you eat my leftovers?
all right. Well, leftovers and shit purchased at the grocery are two different ball fields. Right. Okay.
Leftovers is fair game, I think.
Well, I have a rule in my house.
Okay.
And I mean this
More than 2
sincerely.
days, it's free game?
24 hours.
24 hours? Gotcha.
You bring it into the door at 8 p.m. at night. At 8:02, that shit's free game for me. I'm just saying. Because after that, you haven't eaten in a day, you're probably not going to get around to eating it.
No.
Right.
It does not last 24 hours at our house. Don't be lying.
It depends on the leftover.
It depends.
And I do my best to hold to that 24 hours.
And I like to eat my leftovers. I don't want to eat them the next day because I just had it. I want to wait it till the second day.
Usually I eat it the next day.
Yeah, or that night.
Save it for work the next day or
No,
something.
so I get bored. I get bored with
You're a
food.
bored
I
eater?
can't eat the same thing like
Really?
for a couple days.
I can eat it
like
for
the
at
only
least 2 or 3 days.
Maybe
and then
is
sometimes, but
spaghetti, lasagna, chili.
yeah, but on that note,
I love how Kim's like, I can't eat anything. And then it's like, well, let me get my
pizza.
list.
No, there's
I've
like
got,
only a few
fried
things
chicken,
that I don't
spaghetti,
get tired
lasagna.
of
Right.
to where like I'm like, I just
and
had
it's
that
been
last night.
this
I don't
way
want it
before
anymore.
because there was a popsicle left and I wanted it, but she wanted it, and then we proceeded to fight over it, and she threw it on the ground.
You know
So
what?
neither of you got it?
No, it was in a
my
wrapper.
proudest
Oh,
moment,
okay.
It was in
but I
wrapper.
earned that popsicle. It was the last one, and it was for me. And I had it in my hands, and the only thing to do was to throw it on the ground. So
Keep it away
Fine.
from me.
So
And
when
Michael
you threw it
doesn't
on
eat
the
leftovers.
ground, like, did you throw it in a place where you could get it?
Yeah.
No, so it was still in the wrapper.
Right. But I'm
Right.
trying to understand your logic. Like, are you saying
to
at
keep
this
it away
point,
from me.
fuck both of us? Or were you putting it in a position where you could get to it? Like, if you guys were, like, bad at each other in a movie and it's the one gun, did you throw
Yeah.
said
Oh, yeah.
popsicle in a location where you could get it?
Yes.
I could get it better.
Yes!
But also, it was so that I could hip check him and get him out of the way, and I could really get to the popsicle.
I love the fact that you guys are fighting over the last popsicle. Only in America.
Only in America.
baby.
Only in America. I freaking love it.
I don't think she's the asshole. I don't.
Is she that?
I think it's funny.
I think
the first
that's
time,
just relationship.
the first time doing it. I think it's funny. If you keep doing it,
Yeah,
maybe
it's
then you're an
excessive.
Well,
asshole.
I think
But-
a lot of it, first of all, it has to start with communication.
right.
If this is really such a big deal, you should have just address it. Say,
Yeah.
hey,
Address it first before you.
Hey,
hide it.
man.
Hey, quit eating it.
do me a favor, save me some of the queso.
And if he doesn't, then
That's how a guy would handle it.
Yeah.
Like if I lived with a dude like you and Ponder, and I brought
Yeah.
food in, and he brought food in, and then the shit I brought in, you wanted to eat some of it, and didn't tell me, you just ate it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give two shit. I really wouldn't. If you ate it all, I might
That
say,
might be
hey
an
man.
issue.
Well, I'd be like, hey, just save
Oh,
me a
see.
little next, or just let me know if you finished it. There's nothing worse than, and I feel for this lady, when you get excited
And you're like,
about
oh,
something.
I got
can't
some
wait.
Ben and
Just like that
Jerry's
root
in
beer
the
float.
I got some Ben and
Man, I
Jerry's.
can't wait to get some ice cream.
Oh, can't wait for that leftover. And you go in, and you're like,
It's
"What
gone.
Motherfuckers have eaten my shit. I pay the fucking bills, and I can't eat the leftover rice-a-roni.
I love it.
You know what? I would say to this lady, I don't know that you're an asshole or he's an asshole. I think you two have a pretty good relationship. If that's the thing that you're going to comment
Yeah.
That's
on.
the
If that's what
worst
you're
thing that
fighting
you have
over.
to fight
Yeah.
over.
That's funny.
And maybe not give him an edible. It's probably that's. I'm telling you right
What
now.
if you're eating a whole bag of family-sized chips?
I'm going to tell you right now. I ate a whole jar of pickles, drank the juice one night, didn't know it until I woke up next morning, and it had nothing to do with marijuana. It had everything to do with alcohol. And the only reason I knew I consumed the entire jar was the jar was sitting there empty with the lid next to it, and that could have been something. But then the plastic ring that
plastic
goes
ring
around
was
the
still there.
lid, I'm like, oh, my sodium level's got to be good
Oh,
today.
that's gonna be good.
I didn't pee for 3 days.
I'm pickled. You drank and ate pickles. You were definitely pickled.
Pickled from the inside.
I don't know. I feel like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to hear a couple stories, and we'll call it a night.
Yeah. What do
I
we got?
like it.
What do you got for us?
Golly, this has been the most open show we've had probably in
it's-
6 years.
I think we needed it.
Yeah, I think so. All right, here's the first one. I love this. A couple. Let me see how they want to start this. See, here's the thing. They start off with these goofy jokes and they're not
Right.
funny.
I don't want to go that way.
All right, here we go. A crew in Philadelphia was hard at work on yesterday morning. This was 3 days ago, pulling an SUV out of the Schuylkill River. So how to get there? Police say two people were at a park early morning getting it on in the back seat of their 2020 Range Rover.
Oh,
That's a nice
geez,
vehicle.
That is a nice vehicle. How did you
man.
knock that dude out of park?
When the woman accidentally hit or kicked the gears,
you
I
go.
love the fact that they were so passionately into
Couldn't
it.
even tell.
I don't know what body part hit it. It was either my foot or my hand. The SUV rolled straight into the water, but luckily they made it out and weren't injured. It's not clear of what level of undress they were in at the time. I'm going to guess they were pretty much
I'm gonna
into
say
it.
pretty
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah.
Or she
A
could have been
drive-
getting naked.
A dive crew had to be
She might have
called
been
in.
Winnie the Poohin.
Pooh Bear.
Ooh, bear.
Pooh Bear. No, that's the first thing we do is we take that shirt off. It's a guy thing. And a tow company pulled the SUV out. It ended up submerged in 9 feet of water, 50 feet from the shore.
50 feet? Did they like Dukes of Hazzard it out there?
Well, I think I'm assuming maybe the current got a hold of it. But
Size of the hill they went down.
now why were so Range Rover? These people have money. They probably have a house. They're not married to each other,
I
are
said,
they?
are they sure? I was going to say, are
They're
we
not.
sure this is a?
I bet they're cheating.
Or
on
they're
each other.
just trying to be experimental.
experimental.
Trying to liven shit up. I don't know.
Yeah, I like how you're trying to be defensive.
Yeah.
I
Shit too. Somewhere not near water.
well, why would you go to a park?
Yeah, why would you leave
I
the
feel-
keys in?
I don't know how you can change the gear because normally you have to press the brake to be able to change a
No,
gear.
you can just the stick shift in the middle.
Oh, you think it's a manual shift?
No, I think it could be just the other. They just threw it neutral, but I don't know.
I can't get mine out of park unless I have the brake pedal push.
You own a 2020 Range Rover.
No, and neither do they now.
Shit, it's a boat.
They do.
They turned it into a
It's a
submarine.
pontoon.
They're like, we can take this to see that the Titanic.
Oh,
Might last better than that other one did.
A little bit longer.
Hey. Anyway. Where's the weirdest place you and Josh have ever?
we're not talking about this. My God.
Did it result in a potential river?
the fox say?
What's the weirdest place you've ever?
Back of a Volkswagen?
That's the most uncomfortable.
You have a thing for tight spaces, huh?
All right, here's our second story. A Rhode Island cop got arrested at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts last Saturday for peeing on a random woman's cowboy boots at a Kenny Chesney concert.
She probably deserved it.
Yeah, well. His name is Shane Lynch, and he wasn't on duty at the time. He's just a Kenny Chesney fan. They were both standing in the pit by the stage when the woman felt warm liquid hit her leg, turned around, and saw Shane with his zipper down. Oh. He had a Bud Light in one hand and his junk in the other.
No, anytime that I've ever seen somebody pee at a concert, they normally like have their shorts pulled over to the side and just
Yeah.
Good times roll.
Yeah. Security described him as extremely intoxicated. He was swaying back and forth. His pants were wet and his eyes were almost closed. I don't know what's greater, if being able to read this story or the fact that this poor guy has to relive this now for the rest of his life. Like, no one will ever forget that Shane Lynch, a Rhode Island police officer, pissed his pants and a woman in the same day.
Into her boots.
They pulled him off to the side. Then while they were talking to him, he started peeing again. He got arrested for disorderly conduct, but his case was dismissed after he agreed to pay $100 in court costs. The woman he peed on said her boots were $180, smelled of urine, and are no longer wearable.
She wasn't wearing them. This is probably the first night she wore them.
Oh, that sucks. I feel for her, though. I mean, if you drop $180 on something, even if you only wear it the first time, I don't want somebody pissing on it.
don't wear it to a concert.
R. Kelly
Especially
concert.
in the pit. Oh.
You said R. Kelly concert.
It's not clear if he'll have to pay her back for those. I hope he does just out of
Yes,
kindness.
out of kindness, especially since he
Yeah.
got off with a $100 ticket.
The chief of police at his department in Cranston, Rhode Island, said an investigation is underway.
Underwear.
Please
Please don't investigate his underwear. They're pretty
Yeah,
pissy.
They're wet, yeah. And adding that all officers know they are held to a higher standard even when they're not on duty.
Come on, man. Just let me cut loose a little bit. A
little bit.
It's
Come
Kenny
on,
Chesney, man. Come on.
Kenny Chesney.
It was on the outside of her boot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. She
When
felt
the
on
sun
her
goes
leg.
down.
It went down in there.
It's in the boot.
Her foot was marinating in
Her
his
foot?
urine. Her foot was in the boot, marinating in her urine. His urine. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than wet feet.
Except when it's urine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it's urine,
So
yeah,
gross.
definitely.
Even worse.
No. Oh, geez.
All right, here's our
What else
last
you got?
story.
What you got? What's that last story?
A high school phys ed teacher got arrested in Texas last Monday after calling the police. He told them that the hooker he hired had stole his money. His
This is
name,
why I love America and the politics that bother me.
his name is Rolando Ramos. He's a gym teacher at. He was a gym teacher
It was.
at
That's what it
Figueroa
was.
High School in Laredo, Texas, right near the Mexico border. He's also the quarterback's coach for their football team. Police showed up, and that's when he told them he paid a prostitute for sexual services. He said the worker took $100 and ran away. It sounds like he wanted them to track her down and get his $100 back, but instead they arrested him for soliciting a prostitute.
Oh, jeez.
They did eventually find the sex worker nearby. It's not clear if Rolando got his money back or not. The school he works for say he immediately was put on administrative leave,
God, put your pants down.
pending the investigation
I think it's pretty
of
much
the outcome. Yeah, he's
it's
going.
close.
Yeah, he
it's,
Yeah.
open shut.
He's going to be hanging out with that cop, the peeing cop.
the peeing cop. It's about as bad as calling the cops for somebody taking your money and not giving you your drugs you wanted.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get in trouble for that.
They just laugh at you. So
You can't
want
get
me to
soliciting
go?
for drugs, can you?
Yes, it's called causing a disturbance or something.
There
Really?
you go.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, just
I can't remember exactly what it
if
says.
you can't call
but
the
yes,
police for your prostitutes, what can you call
for,
them for?
for being at a place where people are
To the
buying
high
drugs.
school you're working at. No. Come on.
I love how the story just randomly puts in that he's also the quarterback coach.
He's
Right?
quarterback coach for the high school.
Yeah, he's out scouting. Anyway,
Stop.
all right. Well, I hope the four of you that watched the show for more than 30
At least it
seconds
was
tonight
entertaining to
enjoyed it.
watch
Yeah.
us.
It was very open and honest about a lot of things, so we hope you enjoyed that. In all seriousness, we do appreciate you hanging out with us, watching the After 2 Beers podcast. We've been doing this a long time, and I'm really trying to come up with any way that I can to get this conversational and get it of interest
Everybody
to everybody.
involved and
Yeah,
just
so that's
join in.
that's
And
why I threw out the politics thing. Obviously, we're not that kind of crowd. We are more of the Jerry Springer crowd, apparently. There's nothing wrong with that. I just know now where we stand.
Yes.
So we'll bring more cop pissing. And
I was going to say, we're more cop pee booting and
I want to find out more information about this Range Rover because I am convinced that is a marital expedition that is not associated
it wasn't
together.
a Ford.
It said they were a couple.
Yeah, well, yeah. That night they were.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. They were coupling.
They were pegging.
Oh.
Anyway.
Ooh.
Anyway. All right. Thanks again to our buddy Kevin Shook here at East Studios. He puts up with this madness every 2
does.
weeks.
God love him.
We'll be back in 2 weeks and do this again. Actually, every 2 weeks, right?
2
Is that
weeks.
what you guys want to do?
Is it every other?
Whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk to Kevin. He's really in charge of all this.
Yeah.
But he has this phenomenal studio here that if you want to come in and record this kind of madness, he'd be
Just
more
come
than
down
happy
and see
to.
how it goes.
Yeah,
I was
we'd
gonna
love to have
say
you
if
come
it's
and
the
hang out.
12th, I'll be out. I'll be pissing in somebody's boots
Ew, gross.
on the 12th. So
Nice.
You just want to
That's
brag
a
about something you're
Hell
going
of
to?
a- Probably your own
Post
boots.
Malone.
Yeah, that's you just want to be like, I want to talk
I'm
about
not going to see
me.
Posty.
Probably your own boots, but whatever.
Yeah, you never know.
Gross. Anyway, thanks again to our Patreon sponsors that help pay the bills that allow us. I got to give Gibbler some money for this blazing apple candle that she gave us this evening. And, without further ado, we say it at the end of every show, and it is by far the most important thing we'll ever say on the show. And it's simply this. Mental health is a big deal.
Yes.
And I was happy to hear at least part of the candidates that are running really start to discuss this as an issue. And, I was thinking earlier today, they talk about how the country is more divided than ever. And obviously that's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, in the 1800s, we literally divided ourselves.
Yeah.
Like
We literally
we're, I think
shooting
it's
each
just
other.
that everybody has access now to social media, so it's easier to share your opinions. And when you're a keyboard warrior, it's easier to respond to things. Maybe not as maybe a little more aggressively than you would if you weren't necessarily on a keyboard.
Yep.
But regardless, one of the things that I think is easy to pick up is when somebody's struggling, and that is one of the benefits of social media. And it's simply this: the world is hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard, and honestly, we do this show just to try to bring some a bit of happiness at our expense for you.
If somebody could just laugh
This
at
is
us
our
for a little
therapy,
bit,
though.
An hour
Yeah.
a night.
And but regardless, if you see someone in your life that you think they're struggling, at our age, people are starting to deal with parents that have to go into assisted living homes. You've got kids that are going away to college, and some people don't deal with empty nest very well, and all kinds of things. Just if you feel like they're struggling, reach out to them. Just ask them how they're doing, how they've been, or just let them know you care about them and appreciate them. You'd be surprised how something so small might mean the absolute world to them. All right. Gibbler, I think without further ado, we will post it on our Facebook page, but we will talk to them all next time.
After 2 beers.